Hey everybody, it is Blonde Blitz time. Let's go.
He's had, but I still like the Commanders.
I'm also tough.
DeMar Chase. I'm looking at that Cincinnati team against the Cleveland Browns.
Well, as soon as I saw the rain last night, I was wondering if that might be a little bit of a factor as well.
Play that week is really going to be more impacted.
With the Raiders, who got Jacoby Myers back.
The same thing with Joe Burrow. You just expect Joe Burrow to do it because he's been to a Super Bowl.
It's time to send in the Blitz with Deb Whitcas and the Blonde Blitz.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Blonde Blitz. I'm your host, Deb Whitcas. It is Super Bowl time, everybody. I could not be more excited. There were only two left, right? We've got the Seahawks and the Patriots. We have got a great show for you this evening. Tonight, one of my special guests is a former cornerback in the NFL. He played for 12 seasons and was in Super Bowl 31 with the Patriots. Mike Scooter Magruder is here. He's going to help me with hot takes, and we'll hear all about his football career, playing with the Patriots, playing with Belichick and Brady, and his current endeavors. Also, special guest Charisse Brown, the co-founder of Off the Field NFL Wives. She is here. She's also the wife of Hall of Famer Tim Brown. She's here to talk about the 25th anniversary charity fashion show during Super Bowl week. We will all be there. It's always a standout event during the week, and this year it'll be even more special. Also on the show, we've got sports comedian Haley Brooks. She is here to talk playoff and Super Bowl funny. We've got sports betting expert Alex White. She is here for your best bet for Super Bowl, along with fantasy expert Ballers Meg. Intuitive Reader 333 Ask Carrie looks at her power deck cards for the big game. And finally, Ben Troop, former tight end for the Bucs and the Titans. You guys all know him. He is here to talk Super Bowl picks. All right, guys, let's go. Let's get it all started with headlines.
Now to Deb Whitcas with the Blonde Blitz headlines.
What a wild championship Sunday. In Denver, the Patriots punched their ticket to their 12th Super Bowl with a gritty 10-7 snow game win over the Broncos. Quarterback Drake May threw for just 86 yards, but ran for 65, scoring the game's only touchdown and sealing it with a clutch late scramble. The Patriots defense did the rest, forcing 2 turnovers and holding Denver scoreless after the first quarter. In Seattle, it was pure chaos. The Seahawks edged the Rams 31-27 behind Sam Darnold's huge night. 346 yards, 3 touchdowns, no picks, and Jackson Smith-Njigba's 153 yards, sealing it with a goal line 4th down stop. Different paths, same destination. Patriots versus Seahawks in Super Bowl 60. And as January wrapped up, the NFL coaching carousel definitely stayed busy. The Giants hired John Harbaugh, the Falcons turned to Kevin Stefanski, and the Steelers made noise with Mike McCarthy. Jeff Hafley landed in Miami, Robert Saleh took over in Tennessee, Jesse Minter stepped in with the Ravens, and Bills promoted Joe Brady. Meanwhile, the Chargers added Mike McDaniel as offensive coordinator, with teams like the Cardinals still sorting out their head coach search. Moving on, finally, the stunner, Bill Belichick, did not make the Hall of Fame on his first ballot. Despite several Super Bowl titles and 333 wins, he fell short of the required votes, sparking instant debate around the league. It's not the end. Just a pause. Belichick is eligible again in 2027, and this conversation is definitely not going anywhere anytime soon. All right, guys, those are headlines. Moving on to Super Bowl. I guess, as I said in my intro, one of my special guests this week is a former cornerback in the NFL. He played for 12 seasons and was in Super Bowl 31 with the Patriots. He is here to help me with hot takes, and we'll hear all about his football career. We'll hear what it was like to play for Belichick, Brady, all of that good stuff, and of course, his current endeavors. Everyone, please help me welcome the one, the only Scooter Magruder.
Next caller is Deb Whitcas, who says she has some really hot takes.
Hello, Scooter.
All right. Great to be here. Great to be on the Blonde Blitz. The
Thank
Blonde
you so much for being here. I know you're
Blitz.
so busy prepping for Super Bowl.
Let's go. Yes.
I want to say your name
Anytime
over
the
and over
Patriots.
again.
Oh, yes. John Madden gave me the nickname of the year one year, and it just stuck forever, and everybody loves it. Yeah.
Right. I was going to ask you that question, but now we know John Madden was the one. What an honor is that?
Yeah. I mean, anytime you have somebody as great as him that wanted to call you your nickname all the time, it was like, oh, this is amazing. Yes.
Absolutely. That's amazing. So let's get into these conference championships. What two amazing games? We'll start off with the AFC, that Broncos Patriots game. You know, what were your thoughts in general on the game?
Well, I knew it was going to be a close game because both teams had top 5 defenses. And anytime you deal with this level of football, it starts with the defense. And it starts with the defensive line, and then your offense in the playoffs. And you got to lock in to get any point that you can get when you have a chance to get the points.
And we had that, it was snowing, the weather conditions were absolutely horrific. I could barely see the game in general. I don't know how the players on the field could even see each other, right? How do you think that the weather affected that game?
Oh, without a doubt, it affected throwing the ball. The right type of cleats. You have to know what cleats to wear. And with the New England Patriots, we played in that weather all the time. So we understand the special cleats you have to wear. And at halftime, you should have changed cleats. And that's why the equipment man is so important for each team to be able to get the players prepared and ready to go back out on the field with the right cleats on.
And what's the difference between the cleats? I feel like this is very interesting to talk about.
Well, you have the shorter cleats for the speed guys to get you in and out of your brakes real fast. Then you have the longer cleats that dig down in the grass past the snow so that you can get grip and be able to hold on to the ground without slipping. And that's what the big boys need to wear. The big boys are the 300-plus pounders.
Right. What do you think the Patriots did right in this game to win it?
Well, first of all, turnovers.
Yeah.
Any big game, there are going to be two things that you can look at almost any big game. One of them is who won the third down battle, and who won the turnovers. And you can probably look at that all the time, and most of the time, that team is going to win.
And how about the Broncos? What just didn't go their way in this game?
Well, the experience of the quarterback, of course. And
he started out
times in the game that you could have. He did. He started out hot. You got to realize when you have a great defensive-minded coach, he's going to adjust. And your offense has to adjust also. And I don't think they did that.
Yeah, I agree with that too. Do you think that if Bo Nix would have been playing and hadn't broken his ankle, do you think it would be the Broncos in the Super Bowl and not the Patriots?
Well,
it doesn't matter, really.
And because he did not play, because he did not play, I would still say that the Patriots would win that game. Even though some of my best buddies, Atwater and Ray Crockett and those guys are close friends of mine. Won Super Bowl with the Broncos. I still got to go with the Patriots because I just feel like their defense was on the move, and Denver didn't play for 14 days.
Yeah, that makes sense. That absolutely. What about Drake May for an NFL MVP? we will find out soon. It's been between Stafford and Drake May this whole season. I feel like who do you think's going to get it?
Well, the Rams have a great organization, a great head coach, great the coordinator, and a standing that May will get another chance in the future to win MVP, and he won't win it this year.
Yeah, I agree with you. I've been with the Rams all season. I've seen Matthew in all the practices since OTAs. And granted, I'm not with the Patriots, but I see what Matthew puts in and how he leads that locker room. And I feel like,
Right.
I'm not sure if he's going to retire. Maybe if he wins, he might. I think he still has some football left in him, and I'm praying that he doesn't retire. But I think he definitely deserves the MVP. So we'll see as far as. Well, let's move on to that Seahawks Rams game that broke my heart. I woke up the next morning and I was crying that I was so upset. So it's just hard when you've been with the team all season. I know the guys, I know the players, I've interviewed them all. It's a tough thing to be like, this is over. Like this happened and they lost by 4 points, and Puka Nacua tried his hardest getting out of that, getting out of bounds to save the game for a couple seconds, but it was too late. So what did the Seahawks do right in the game?
Well, they came out with trying to win 2 of the 3 parts of the game: offense, defense, and special teams. They won the special teams, and you can say they won the defense. So if you win 2 out of 3, there's a good chance you're going to win the game. There, we go back to what? Turnovers.
Yeah.
The turnovers was one of the factors for losing this game, unfortunately.
Absolutely. I think it was time management, and I think that punt return fumble just that killed it for the Rams right there. I feel like in that type of gladiator fight, because that's what myself and Kim Francis actually said this as well. It was a gladiator fight out there. It was just insane. But every second counts and every play counts for sure.
Yeah. You know what else? You know what else lost that game? It was supposed to be in Los Angeles. That game was supposed to be in Los Angeles. If they would have taken care of business earlier, in the season.
Don't get me started on that, because I still think that 2-point conversion was such a BS call. Charbonnet was literally picking up the ball to give it to the ref. It was not 2 points. What are your thoughts on that one real quick?
Well, I thought it was a very interesting call. When you replay it, it kind of shows that it was a good call, but your coaches are supposed to tell you anytime a ball is on the ground to pick it up. And that's something that Belichick taught us all the time. He didn't care what it was. Just pick the ball up, because you never know.
Right. And that's true. I mean, that's what you do. That's what every player I've ever talked to is you if the ball's in front of you, you pick it up, because you just don't know. And I think it worked in the Seahawks' favor there for sure.
Pick it up.
Pick it up. Let's talk Super Bowl a little bit. Patriots versus Seahawks.
Super Bowl.
Who has the edge and why?
Oh man, this is going to be an amazing Super Bowl. It'll be a short trip for Seattle, going over to San Francisco. I think the difference in this game is going to be the offensive coordinators. Who's going to make the adjustments after halftime to make this game an outcome that favors their team? So I'm looking for the offensive coordinators, because your head coach of both teams, Sean and Mike, are both defensive-minded head coaches. So they're going to have the defense ready. So it's going to be up to the offensive coordinators to win on third down.
Are you happy to see your former team back in the top spot? You played in Super Bowl 31.
I know a lot of people.
Right? With the Patriots.
Yes,
with Brady.
I know a lot of people don't. Yes. I know a lot of people don't want to see the Patriots back in the Super Bowl, but man, seems like it's been a long time since we've been there.
Yeah.
But it really hasn't. But
it really hasn't been, though, because
they were prepared. I mean,
Yeah.
17, 16, 17, 2017, somewhere around there. Yeah.
2017. Yeah, because it was the Eagles, the first Eagles win. I was there. So I'm actually an Eagles fan, but I also am a Patriots fan as well. So
Okay.
but no, I agreed. I bleed green. What is
Okay.
your
Well, let me
Super Bowl
see.
prediction? What was that?
Oh, what I believe. Well, I was just going to say that. Yeah, the Patriots been in what 12 Super Bowls.
Mhm.
Nobody else can say they've been in that many Super Bowls. Just because of that reason right there, I got to give a point or two to the Patriots because they know how to travel. They're prepared for the Super Bowl. They know how to deal with family, friends, tickets.
Mhm.
Do not get in trouble the week of the Super Bowl. All those little extra things that have hurt teams in the history of the Super Bowl, and they teach you how to avoid all that stuff.
Right. What do you think about Sam Darnold being in the spotlight now? Do you think because he seems to he hasn't choked. He's been doing amazing. He's had an amazing season, and he's the best season of his career for sure. But in the past, he's tended to kind of choke in big moments. How do you think he'll do?
Well, I think he's a great quarterback,
I do
and he
too.
wasn't drafted as high as he was for no reason. He has the skills, he has the ability, he has the mindset, the size,
Mhm.
and he can run too. So I think he's a great quarterback, and I think he will do great in this game, just as long as he doesn't throw interceptions
Mhm.
and try to convert third downs.
Yeah. I agree, and also, I mean, I'm really happy for him. When he was drafted by the Jets, that obviously didn't work out. Then went to the Panthers. I was excited to see him there. That didn't work out. Went to the 49ers as a backup, and then to the Vikings. And then I thought it was so unbelievably dumb that the Vikings got rid of him for JJ McCarthy. And I'm excited to see him shine, and as a Seahawk. And I think it shows how important having the right team around you is in football.
That's right. The team
Yeah.
matters. The
Mhm.
team matters. Your defensive backs matter. Your receivers matter. Your linebackers matter. Your special teams matter. And you know what? The general manager matters. The right
Mhm.
general manager helps get the team together and make the decisions to put the right players on the team and on the field. It's critical.
Right. Well, talking about on the field, let's talk a little bit about your career and what got you started. And I ask this question every single time, every single interview. Scooter, why football? Why do you love it?
When I started playing football at such a young age. I had family members that were playing sports. My dad played football. Uh, he had tryouts in the NFL. He didn't make it to the NFL, but because of what he taught me, it helped me understand what it takes to get there, and it helped me get to the next level because of what he tried to do and didn't happen. Uh, going to Alcorn State, majority all black college, and being in their Hall of Fame and everything else, kind of helped me get to the next level. I I love the sport because it's one of the most difficult sports there is to play. Uh, everybody believes they can play the sport. They played it in high school until you see one of these 350 pounders on the field and say, "What am I doing out here?"
Right.
Somebody asked me before, "What does it feel like to play in the NFL?" And I told them, I said, "You go out to the middle of the street, you close your garage door, and you run full speed from the middle of your street into your driveway, into your garage door 10 times. And that's like playing 1/4 of an NFL game."
Yeah. It's basically you're on the field getting hit by Mack trucks, basically.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah,
Is what I've
definitely.
heard.
A lot of injuries, a
Yeah.
lot of injuries. Would I do it again? Yes. Do I have injuries? A lot of them. Yes.
Yeah.
Uh, but it was the most fun of my life. I had the most fun and the most teammates, and just excited to see all my teammates that made it to the Hall of Fame. I think probably over the years I might have 15 to 20 teammates that made it to the Hall of Fame.
Wow, that's great. Well, let's talk a little bit about the Hall of Fame. As far as what was it like working with Bill Belichick? He just got snubbed, sort of. I think this is going to come around, and I wanted to get your point on it, your take on this. So he was just snubbed for Hall of Fame his first year he was eligible. He's an 8-time Super Bowl champion, 6 as a head coach. Why didn't he get voted in? What's your take on this?
Well, I really believe there's a mistake of the Hall of Fame.
Mm-hmm.
I believe the Hall of Fame is putting each player up against the other player instead of each player standing on their own validity, their own accolades. And if you would change it and do it that way, then I believe that there's automatically done the right way. And there are people that are saying some people shouldn't be in the Hall of Fame, but I believe if you voted in, you deserve to be in. Now, for Bill not to make the Hall of Fame as a first ballot, I mean, I've been on the phone all day talking about this.
I figured
it's
you have
unheard
been,
of.
yeah.
I mean, it's a decision that even the Hall of Fame and the NFL should probably come together and redecide this and make sure the vote was a right vote, just to make sure that they got this one right, because I can't recall anyone that I know, heard of, talked to, played against, played for, saying he shouldn't be a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Absolutely.
And it's just ridiculous. And it's sad. And it's got people don't even want to go to the Hall of Fame anymore just because of this. So we need to open our eyes and make better decisions on how do you do the voting. And then the next thing is, it got out early. We're not even supposed to know who are in the Hall of Fame until Super Bowl week. So that lets you know that this was a shocker.
Right. Well, and the NFL just did send out a press release saying that they think a violation happened and they're checking into records. Yeah, there was just a press release about an hour ago that they sent out saying that they were checking into the process and making sure nothing was violated. So I know that's in the process right now. What's Belichick like? Talk to me. What's it like being under and playing under Belichick?
Well, it's amazing. I tell you what, he had me prepare for every game. I was the nickel back playing right next to Ty Law, so we worked good together. But Bill had us so prepared for the games that the practices were harder than the games. So we would study film longer than anybody that I know. And that helped us out. I mean, what Bill would do was, if we was playing against Jerry Rice, he would go back 5 years on Jerry Rice.
Yeah.
And cut the tape up of Jerry Rice running the same route 5 years in a row, 16 games, so that you can see how he runs that route. And he would do that for every route that he runs. So when you line up, you line it up saying, wait a minute, this feels like this may be the curl route or the out route.
Mm-hmm.
So he always told us, never guess, but be prepared. Now, on the other side, he was so smart that we never understood his jokes. And sometimes some of his jokes went right over our head. And we like, okay, Bill, we don't know what you're talking about. But I tell you what, the man is a genius. He has a memory that is amazing. He doesn't forget a face. He doesn't forget information. And he's always taking notes.
Yeah, and I've heard all he thought about while he was coaching was football. Like, he knew no world events, only football.
Yep.
What about
every
Brady?
now and then, I think we played golf once or twice together.
Okay, well that's in the football realm, I feel like, because all NFL players play golf, right? I mean, You got to relax some.
But I will give you a story. So when I was retiring, I had quite a few injuries, and he said, "You're not finished yet. You're not finished. Would you like to coach?" So
Oh,
Bill offered me a chance to be a coach of staff back then. And at the time of playing so many years and so many injuries, I said, "Bill, I don't know if I'm ready to coach. And I know how demanding you are. You know, I might be in there 17 hours a day during the season."
right.
So I said at the time, I said, "Bill, I think I'm gonna pass right now, but let's revisit this later on." So every time we see each other now, we laugh about me turning him down and not maybe going to 8 or 9 more Super Bowls or whatever. So we joke about that a lot. He mentioned, "Hey, you could have been a head coach by now."
I
So,
mean, is it
so
off the
it's
table
all good. But
now? I'm like, is it off the table now?
uh, yeah, probably North Carolina's. I kind of like Dallas, Texas right now, and
All right.
staying with family and friends and stuff like that. So
Well, let's talk a little bit about
yeah,
what you are doing now. Talk to me a little bit about your current
okay.
endeavors and your passions. Let's.
Well, my
Oh, did I lose you?
pa-
I think I lost. I
pa-
think I lost Scooter. Did I lose Scooter, Jason?
okay.
Oh, there he is. Okay, he's
Oh,
back. All right.
yeah,
It's all
yeah,
about live, right?
yes. So me and Larry Brown, the Super Bowl MVP from the Cowboys, are best friends, and we
Mhm.
started our foundation together years ago. And then after we started our foundation, we decided to do our own foundation for youth. So I started Platinum Charities Foundation, and it just focuses on the youth in the community, helping kids get to the next level, helping families, uh, and helping create and solve problems for families. And that was important for me.
Absolutely. And tell me a little bit about the charity and what you do, raise money, what you do, youth camps as well.
Yes, I get my buddies to come in, and they do the football camps for me. Uh, with all my injuries and stuff, I don't do anything else but tell the guys, "Hey, go here and go there." But my buddies come in and they do the camps for me. We've had a superstar player come out of the camp the last couple of years. One of the Ohio State running backs, Bo
Okay.
Jackson.
Yep.
Bo
Oh yeah.
Jackson, he's been at my camp for the last 6 years.
Okay.
Uh, and I knew he was going to be a superstar because of his personality, his attitude, his his want to learn more, and that never give up type of attitude. And I can only say great things about him. So we had first round picks come out of the camp. Uh, some other guys, we had quite a few guys go to the pros out of the camp, and we just give back. And we raise funds to give back. We've never charged a kid to go to the camp. The camp sells out the first day every year, and I think this is about the 15th year maybe of the camp.
And you have a camp coming up in July this year?
Yeah, the camp will be in July. This camp here will be in Cleveland, Ohio. I grew up in Cleveland, Ohio, so wanted to give back to the community that I grew up in. And I went to Cleveland Heights High School, which we have some other famous athletes from that high school that went into the Hall of Fame with me, the Kelsey brothers, uh,
Yes.
Travis and then Jason. And Jason has
Of
been to the
course.
camp before. Jason came out to the camp and helped out and did an amazing job. Yeah,
Jason's
so
great. I've interviewed Jason before.
yeah,
And
just from the height.
what can our audience expect from the camp? Can they sign up? Like where can we find this information?
Well, Platinum Charities has the information. The good part is that we never publicize the camp. The bad part is that it's hard to get into camp because it sells out day one.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so there's over 200 to 250 kids there, and in one day it's done. We work with different schools. We work with in the past we worked with Ted Gann from Glenville High School, where my mom was one of the principals. And if you know Glenville, they have a kid going out of Ohio State this year that may be the second or third pick in the draft. They came to the camp before.
Who was that?
Then Reese out of Ohio State, linebacker.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
we'll keep an eye on him for sure. I'm going to go to Combine. So
Yeah. And then Cleveland Heights. I do the camps at Cleveland Heights, and I'm doing the camps at St. Joe's with Coach Jeff Roski, who coached Kelsey
Okay.
in high school. So that's good there. And by the amazing grace of God, we had Bernie Kosar come out of the hospital and come to the camp last year. Walked out of the hospital and came straight to the camp.
All right, very cool. All right, and you also work with women and abused women, children
That's
who are coming
right.
into shelters, right? Let's end on that note. Tell me a little bit about that.
Yes, my foundation. The goal of the foundation is to purchase a house in different NFL cities. We purchased our first house in Cleveland, Ohio, for domestic violent victims so that they can get out of the situation. That's been a blessing there. We would like to buy more houses in different cities because I'm not trying to change the mind of a 40 or 50-year-old man. I'm trying to tell these 12-year-old kids in the house that domestic violence is not the way to go. So if we can change the mindset of a youth, then that's what we want to do. And then our scholarships. We've been giving scholarships
Yes,
away.
talk to me about the scholarships as well.
Yeah, we've been giving scholarships away to different kids around Ohio, around Texas, and pretty much around the country. And just a blessing to give out over 30, 40 scholarships over the years.
Awesome. And so we have Byron Williams, who just texted me, and he's saying, Deb, ask Scooter about running the 100-degree heat in Texas with Byron Williams. And then we'll end on that.
Now, Byron Williams I grew up in Cleveland, and then I moved to Texas my first year of playing because I had my aunt and uncle lived here. Actually, my uncle played for the New York Yankees, and then he moved over to the Texas Rangers. Mickey Rivers, he won 2 world championships with the New York Yankees, and he moved to Texas. And I came down here to visit. I said, "Oh my goodness, this is so much nicer than Cleveland, Ohio." I said, "I'm moving here." One of the first people I meet when I move here is Byron Williams.
I love it.
And he became one of my best friends and my training partner. And he's one of the reasons why I played so many years in the NFL, because we trained so hard. We turned the heat on in the car. It'd be 105 degrees. We would turn the heat on full blast with the windows up, with jackets on, for our 20-minute ride to the field where we're going to train at. And we burning, sweating everywhere before we even start training. And then we run 10 100 sprints. And I'm thinking we're done. And we said, "Oh no, that's just the warm up."
Byron's just starting.
So we just starting. So yeah. So that changed my outlook on, if you can do these workouts, you can do anything.
Awesome. And Byron was on last week. All right, Scooter, thank you so much for being here on the Blonde Blitz.
Thank you.
I will see you at Super Bowl. Where can our audience find you? What are your socials?
Well, you can go to Platinum Charities, platinumcharities.org, and you can go to you could go to Instagram at Platinum Charities, and of course you can see me there. And then you can probably see me on Facebook also. And I will tell everybody here, take the points at the Super Bowl, and take the points before they change quickly, because I think the points are going to be the difference in this game.
I agree with you there. All right, Scooter, thank you so much. I will see you in San Francisco.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. See you soon. All right, guys. Next, sports comedian Haley gives us her funny take on playoffs and Super Bowl. Haley, where you at?
Okay, I got one for you. What did the wide receiver say to the football? Catch you later. Yeah, my jokes suck. That's why I watch the Blonde Blitz.
Hello, Haley.
Hello, Deb.
How are you? I love the jacket. All my girls have the Blonde Blitz jackets.
Yes, so we match. We're twinning today. How are you?
Good. I'm good. How are you?
You know what? There's a lot of craziness going on.
Yeah.
In the world and in everything. Seahawks, Patriots. Who saw that coming?
Nobody. Absolutely nobody. There was a 0.02% chance that these teams would come together in the Super Bowl, and here we are. For anyone that has dreams, dream big, because if the Seahawks and the Patriots are in, you never know.
You never know. I mean, but even like the Patriots fan base, first of all, let's start with them because something is wrong with them right now. I am well used to the Patriots fan base, but their love for Drake May right now. Have you been to the comment section of his videos?
No.
It is the nicest place in the world. His wife and Michael, she'll be baking bread, and they're literally commenting like, Giselle never made bread for us. Like, go on, queen, yeast that bread. Like they are so happy. They are so desperate to have another dynasty that they are holding on to like hopelessness, happiness right now. It's absolute insanity. So we've got that wackadoo fan base over there. And then going over to the other coast, we've got the Seahawks going, which first of all, I didn't know this little fun fact about Sam Darnold. Do you know who his grandfather is?
I do not.
Oh!
Who is Sam Darnold's grandfather?
Sam Darnold's
like USC, like went to high school in LA, San Clemente, I think.
Better. So yes, so his grandfather is from Long Beach, California. Yeah. His grandfather is Dick Hammer. Do you know who Dick Hammer is?
No, I don't.
The Marlboro Man.
Who?
The Marlboro Man. The Marlboro Man. Dick Hammer is Sam Darnold's grandfather, the original cowboy killer before Brian Schottenheimer, however you say that motherfucker's name. That is Sam Darnold's grandfather. You can't tell me. I'm taking the Seahawks in this one. I know everyone's taking the Seahawks in this one. But between Dick Hammer and Cardi B having green hair on the sidelines, by the way, we're just going to ignore that. How she was like dressed like Catwoman with snot green hair on the sidelines for the Patriots win. I smell a scheme. So we've got cowboy killers. By the way, some celebrities who won't be at the game. Obviously, Trump said he won't be there at Levi's Stadium because it's too far. It's too far. I'm great. Listen, I'm not going to go there, but I'm glad to know that that's where he draws the line, is that San Fran. And listen, San Francisco, now's your time if that's where he draws the line at blue hair and lattes. But also Sydney Sweeney, she won't be there because, Levi's Stadium, she said she already has good genes and bad morals. But I'm really, really excited for this Super Bowl performance. I'm not going to lie.
Bad Bunny or Green Day?
Both. I want to see these worlds collide, which is I'm on to this Seahawks win because why would you pick Green Day for the Super Bowl?
Oh, well, and that's it. I thought it was going to be the Rams in there because the logo was yellow, it was gold and blue, and then pink. I was like, okay, it'll be the Patriots for the red. And I was doing the whole logo thing, and you have a good point too.
Yeah, because they got onto us with the logo. We were onto them with the logo, so they got to keep us on our toes.
Makes sense. Green Day, Green Seahawks. Okay, let's go.
Hey, Green Seahawks. But that's the one thing I'll give credit to the Seahawks where credit is due. No other team has a better sense of style than that Seahawks neon green with the navy blue. They always look fired. That's why Cardi B was like, I'm gonna dress like them. Screw the Patriots organization. I'm gonna dress like them. But I will say that game gave me such nostalgia watching the snow fall and everybody was slipping and falling and then not a single point scored after in the whole entire second half.
No one scored,
no kicks made. It was glorious. I loved it so much. I literally was sitting there putting my own beer jacket on, tossing back those Bud Lights like, oh my God, this is so nostalgic for me. But I really can't believe that this is the Super Bowl that we're gonna get. Seahawks, Drake may he might have an injured shoulder.
He might have an injured shoulder. They're saying no, but there's speculation. He could be injured. We'll see. And Sam Darnold. I'm excited for Sam. I'm excited for his grandfather and for him.
Oh boy, the original Marble Man. He's been killing us for years, and now he's doing it again with his goddamn grandson. I can't believe you didn't know that.
I did not know that. I love it. I don't know where you got that from, but I love it.
It's a true fact, and his name is Dick Hammer. That is his birth name, Dick Hammer.
Oh my God, Haley's so funny. Haley, where can our audience find you?
You can find me on Instagram. I just deleted TikTok. Is Haley Brooks is here.
I think everyone deleted TikTok. Isn't it like all gone? Yeah.
As you should.
All right. We'll see you soon. Thank you so much for stopping by. We'll see you soon. All right, guys. Next, my special guest. We're so blessed to have her. She is the co-founder of Off the Field NFL Wives. She's also the wife of Hall of Famer Tim Brown. She is here to talk about the Off the Field's 25th anniversary charity fashion show during Super Bowl week. Guys, it's such an amazing time full of great fashion, fun, and it's all for such a great cause. She's here to talk all about it. Charisse Brown, welcome to the Blonde Blitz.
I'm still waiting for my invite as a special guest on the Blonde Blitz. My agent is waiting for your call, Deb.
Charisse!
Hi, Deb. How are you?
So well, how are you? I love that you're in your pink and off the field and we're all in pink.
Come on. I know how to represent you, right? And represent off the field.
Absolutely. It's been a while. It's so good to see you and thank you for coming on the show.
Yes, thank you once again for having me. So appreciate you, sweetie.
And I cannot wait for this fashion show. It is one of my favorite, if not my favorite event of the entire week. And there's a lot going on during the week.
A lot going on. But you know what? We are so excited. There's just so many things going on, as you say, but it's always one of the marquee events of Super Bowl weekend.
Yes.
I love saying that.
We will talk all about it. So let's start off with, you're the co-founder of Off the Field NFL Wives. What is the mission of the nonprofit? Let's start off with that.
Wow. We talk about our mission all the time, being a nonprofit, but being a sisterhood as well. But our mission has been to go into these Super Bowl host communities and, give back, supporting, charitable organizations, men, I'm going to say men, of course, women and children, organizations. We make that our center point of what we do and who we try to really support are definitely women and children organizations and foundations. We've been doing that. Oh my gosh, I'm aging myself, but we've been doing that now going on 25 years. Yeah. So, but that sisterhood too, I have to bring in that component of having a support system for other NFL wives and significant others. It's not just an organization for the wives, but it's also an organization for our significant others.
And what can our audience expect from this year's charity fashion show? It's 25th anniversary. I know you ladies are big.
Wow, you're talking about the silver anniversary, Deb. I mean, we have to bring it. I'm telling you, our president, Tanisha Patterson Brown, she was like, okay, it has to be bigger and better than it ever has been. The one thing we are going to do is we're bringing back some of the original board members and founding members of Off the Field NFL Wives Association. Ladies we probably haven't seen in a long time or been able to come out and be a part of the fashion show each year. So that's one of the most beautiful things that we are doing. We're having Charlotte Flair as one of our hosts. We're having the amazing Godfrey as our co-host with Charlotte. I mean, that in itself speaks volumes, I love having the diversity, where you have the woman and the man, and you have this strong woman that has done incredible things. And I know you probably know her dad is Ric Flair. And then you have Godfrey that goes around just making everyone laugh all the time. So even having that has just been, just exciting. We're just really, really excited about, just everything that's happening right now. we're honoring and I should say benefiting the Boys and Girls Club of San Francisco and Oakland are our benefactors this year. And forgive me, I've been dealing with a little jet lag. I was in LA, got stranded there because of the weather, trying to get back to Dallas. So I'm a little sleep
Hi.
deprived. So forgive me for being tongue tied tonight. I'm like, oh my gosh.
You were doing fabulous. Actually, you answered my next question. Who is benefiting? What charity is benefiting this year?
Yeah. We have some great sponsors too that have come alongside of us. We have Gilead, if you're familiar with them and what they do for breast cancer. We have NAMI, what they're doing, the amazing things that they're doing for mental health. It's just the partnerships are incredible. We're doing honoring our global honoree, the Amina Foundation, Amina. So I mean, we have just person after person. One of our dear friends, and I should say, she's been the executive producer of Tim's Mentor Mini Camp, Kathy Ireland's. I mean, Shaquille O'Neal, Howie Long. She's been doing this. Elise Kim. I mean, she's been just representing, the communities for so many years, doing an amazing job putting the 911 for Kids event on each and every year. The 911 for Kids Emergency Foundation, where it teaches kids the proper use of 911. And these are young kids that are being honored for saving their grandparents or saving a parent or a friend. And, that's been really, really near and dear to Tim and I for so many years. So that's one of the many charities, but that's, one of our foundations as well.
And it's actually so important that the kids do know 911. I don't know, my personal story, my mother was really sick growing up, and I knew my grandmother's phone number from 3 years old on.
Exactly.
I can still do it to this day. And, she passed 30 years ago, and so it is so important that, kids do know that 911 and what that means, because it definitely can save a life. So kudos to you and Tim.
Yeah.
For that organization.
Thank you so very much. So
and I love that off the field also, it's just such a sisterhood, and all the women you just mentioned, like so many women are involved, and it's just a very woman empowerment event.
Definitely.
Some of the NFL wives, some of the girlfriends, they're going to be the models, walking the runway, correct? Tell me about that.
Oh, excited about that. We'll have active wives that are modeling, and of course some of the retired wives, but you're talking about Ashley Peterson, Ashley Wheeler, just to name a few. Exactly. Atoya Burleson, Nate's wife. I mean, I'm blurring out the names, but the names go on. And I mean, just having those ladies be a part. Holly Robinson Pete cannot model, but I told her, because she has all her events going on, but I'm like, girl, you gotta come. She's like, I'm coming to support you guys. And she is where we actually, my girlfriend and Angela and I came up with the idea to have a fashion show. I don't know if you knew, many years ago, she had Holly Robinson Pete actually started the first fashion show at Super Bowl. It was called the Gridiron Glamour, and she would have all the athletes, I mean, from Serena Williams to you name them, they were in that. Football players, basketball players, you name them, they were in her fashion show. And we would go and watch her fashion show every year. And it was just one of the best events there. So we started kind of doing a little something along the lines, but we wanted to incorporate the wives. What can we do in these Super Bowl host communities and cities where we can give back, and make a difference, and, do something, together, bringing all the wives together, but also the husbands coming out, supporting us and walking the catwalk with us. Just a family oriented event is how it actually started. So we actually got that idea from Holly.
I never knew that story. That is an amazing story.
Yes.
Is there tickets still left for the fashion show?
Yes, there are. The VIPs, of course, are selling out quickly, but we still have general admission and VIP available. Hurry up and get those tickets, because they are going to go fast. excited
helps
about.
charity too. That money goes towards
That goes to charity. That
charity.
goes towards charity. I know there's other, we're going to support even smaller, organizations as well. Yeah, that goes all towards charity. This is what this is about, is definitely coming in and giving back. And we chose San Francisco and Oakland. Everyone has been hit financially, but these are two cities that have definitely they're definitely feeling the pain, of the economy right now, and especially our youth, really, really trying to help our youth out so they're able to go to the Boys and Girls Club and the wonderful things that they do there. It is very, very important. We have everyone from young ladies, Naomi Lee from U.S. Girls Flag. She's going to be on the pink carpet doing interviews. And my daughter, Tamar Brown, who's an aspiring broadcast journalism major, who will be graduating from LMU and heading over. She applied for the master's program at USC. And so we are just we're going to have the young ladies out, representing and, doing interviews. And so it's going to be a lot of fun.
It's going to be a ton of fun. And I absolutely cannot wait. Where can our audience find a link to buy the ticket?
Definitely off the fill, NWA at .org. And let me say that again, off the field, national football, blah, blah, blah. Yes, I'm like, it's tongue tied, but off the field, NFL Wives Associations.org. I'm telling you, I have been so dehydrated. It is like when you travel. Yes, I'm like, oh, I didn't bring water with me, but yeah, just a little tongue-tied.
Elena Foster said you could go on Eventbrite as well and buy tickets there.
Yes, and definitely go on Eventbrite. Yes, and I was going to say, just go on Eventbrite, Off the Field, NFL Wives charity fashion show. It's there every year, and we are just excited to see everybody come out and just support us and bring the family. Once again, I'll say it all the time. You'll have NFL players in attendance. You'll get to meet some of the Hall of Famers. A lot of the legends will be there. You'll meet some of the, the current players will be there, and it's going to be exciting and fun. And you already know we always bring the glam.
Yes, you absolutely bring the glam and the fashion, and it's just an amazing event. Thank you for including me in it this year as well.
Oh my God, yes. Always you're going to be included. You know that, right?
Thank you so much. All right, Sharice, thank you so much for stopping by. I will see you in San Francisco.
I'll see you in San Fran.
See you soon.
Okay, bye-bye.
All right, guys, let's get into Super Bowl. Please welcome third-generation sports betting expert Alex White to give you your best bet for the big game.
It's time to get some NFL betting advice from Alex White and the Blonde Blitz. Win big so I can rob you later.
Hello, everyone. Happy Super Bowl 60. I cannot wait. Just patiently waiting. The best time of the year, though, over hundreds of props for this matchup between the Seahawks and the Patriots. Just a quick reminder, I apologize if you've heard it a lot, but if you're looking for overs, you want to bet them immediately because those are going to balloon up, and 5 to 10 yards can really make a big difference in whether or not you win that bet. If you're looking for unders, go ahead and wait it out because, as I mentioned, those are going to balloon up and you'll get a much better number. I do like the Seattle side. I think the bookmakers are really good at this. 4.5, a really good number. I made it a little bit higher, 5.5 for the Seahawks. So I'm going to be looking at ways to play the money line, tie it up with other things, maybe even take a few alternate lines with them winning by about a touchdown and get a plus price there. Player prop, my favorite one, Kenneth Walker. Any way you can play it, rushing yards, receiving yards, maybe even the combination of the two. Median number on the year, 79 total yards, 66 rushing, 13 receiving. We've seen a major uptick. In his last 6 games, his median number is 80 rushing yards and 33 receiving yards. What I'm seeing out there at the books right now is 23.5 for receiving. That's almost a 10-yard difference there, and 73.5 for his rushing yards. I'll be playing probably both of those in the combination. I love the way Kubiak uses him, and I definitely think they're going to be getting him the ball. Who knows what is going to happen with JSN? Christian Gonzalez probably trying to lock him down. But Kenneth Walker, especially without Charbonnet. I definitely think he's going to get the touches. So over for him, rushing and receiving. There is a fun prop out there that I used to love, but now it's gotten pretty expensive. It is 3 unanswered scores the yes. It is minus 170 right now, but it's hitting at a really good rate. 16 and 10 in the last 26. 4 of the last 6 all hit. Minus 170. I can understand if that it's a little juicy. If nothing else, just stay away from that no. When you see it and it looks very tempting, just remember it happens way more than you think. Last little bit, I think I'm going to put a little bit on Kenneth Walker for MVP at plus 650. Good luck, everybody. I hope you enjoy the Super Bowl. Deb, thank you so much for having me each week on the Blonde Blitz. I love it and have so much fun there in San Francisco. Bye, everybody. Good luck.
Thanks, Alex, so much. It's been a joy having you all season. And of course, we cannot talk sports betting without talking fantasy. Here is fantasy expert Ballers Meg with your daily fantasy advice for Super Bowl.
When I'm looking for fantasy advice, I listen to Meg from TSS Fantasy.
Hi guys, Ballers Meg coming at you with one final week of daily fantasy picks ahead of Super Bowl weekend. I am so ready for this Super Bowl. I hope that you guys have got all your prep done and are ready for that party on the 8th. But let's jump into some fantasy picks because that is what we're here to do. First up, let's look at that wide receiver core. I'm looking at Cooper Kupp. I'm looking at Demario Douglas. I am looking at Mac Hollins. I think all of those are a little bit of a sleeper pick that you could pick up. But also, my boy Kayshon Boutte. And if you ain't saying his name like that, you're saying it wrong. Next up, looking at our running backs. We've got an unbelievable running back core in this Super Bowl. Look at Trevion Henderson. Look at Ramondre Stevenson. Unreal. Throughout the whole season, but especially in playoffs, they have shown what they're made of. Also a little sneaker on George Hollins as well. I wish you all the best. I hope that you have the best Super Bowl party, or wherever you are watching it, that you get the result that you desire. I have a sneak feeling the Seahawks are going to pull this one, but we shall see. If you would like to follow us for the final build-up ahead of Super Bowl and all the fun and excitement for next season, head over to That Sports Podcast Network. Check out TSS Fantasy, where we are live on Super Bowl Sunday for our Super Bowl party. And follow me on Ballers_Meg across all social media platforms for more content throughout the off-season. Have an amazing week, guys. Take care. See you next season.
Thank you so much, Meg. It has been an absolute pleasure to have you on the Blonde Blitz this season as well. All right, guys, next Intuitive Reader 333 Ask Carrie is using her Power Deck cards to predict the big game. Carrie, what do you got for us? You got it right last week completely. Seahawks, Rams. You called it.
Let's see what the Power Deck cards say about these NFL team futures.
333 Ask Carrie, and Super Bowl 60 is right around the corner. It's the Seattle Seahawks versus New England Patriots. And guys, this is definitely going to be a Super Bowl for the records in so many different ways. So let's get into the big 3 transits that I really see impacting the game. First and foremost, we have the full moon in Leo. And the full moon in Leo, Leo being all about leadership, about building in strong strategy, the spotlight, and of course, legacy and pressure. So all of the head coaches and quarterbacks really have a huge impact in the design of how this game is really going to be playing out. And I just want to make note that both head coaches have very strong presence in what's happening astrologically. So, you know, we have Mike Vrabel, who is actually a Leo, and we will be having that full moon in Leo coming up this upcoming Monday. And so that's energy is going to be releasing a lot of the pressure that's been put on these two teams to get to where they are exactly. And then we have Mike McDonald, who is actually a Cancer, and he's actually, you know, he's going to be working at a steady pace. The one thing about McDonald that I can see is that he really reads between the lines and is really able to hunker down and focus in on how to best defensively play against the rookie quarterbacks. And obviously, rookie quarterback for the Patriots being Drake May. I just think that maybe he might be able to outplay May in his defensive coordinating strategies, especially with that Leo Moon. So a lot of good synergy with the Leo Moon. And it's just going to be, the big question is, who's going to be ready and prepared to be number one? Okay. The second transit that I feel really is impactful is the position of where the planet Saturn's going to be during game time. And it really bodes the question of, you know, how are these inexperienced players being able to play in big moments? And then it's versus who's going to be able to really show who's earned it this whole time. And I think that each team has a little piece in that question. So it'll be this like jog. And what I see is that actually I feel that the Patriots will kind of step it up and kind of have a good pace into the game. And then it'll be a huge takeover on the back end for the Seattle Seahawks team with Darnold and being able to kick it in the last. Everyone, please keep in mind when we're using astrology, that astrology itself is not predicting the future. You know, the thing that predicts the future is intuition. But what astrology does do is that it shows actual patterns and the vibes of what's happening in that astrological environment. So with that said, the third transit that I think is very important is the sun, and specifically because it is in the sign of Aquarius. And it's going to be impactful because there are certain players who have sun sign Aquarius. And the one notable one that I think is going to really be able to connect with Sam Darnold is Najigma. Now, Najigma is an Aquarian, and he has obviously throughout the season proved to be, you know, a great player on the field, and also for the fact that I think this is going to definitely, the transit's going to boost his energy, him being an Aquarian and it being a sun in Aquarius. So with that said, let's roll into the power deck. Today, the cards are pretty spicy, and I think they really outline what's going to be happening for the particular game. So we have, for the Patriots, I have the Six of Pentacles, which means that this is their reunion, this is their comeback, this is their let's make some more history card, okay? And then we have the Three of Hearts. This comes in that present position, so they feel that they're going to have a win. Their fans, everybody who's supporting them, feels that this is going to be a time to celebrate again and make history. And then also having the Seven of Pentacles as a final outcome. Seven of Pentacles is kind of like, you know, guys, did we do our best card? And then to top that off, I pulled another card, and it's the Four of Hearts. And the Four of Hearts is like, it's a so-so card, but it's kind of like, you know, sitting there thinking like, could we have done a little bit better kind of a card? So let's see what the Seattle Seahawks get. And we have the Ace of Clubs, which is Pentacles, and that means that they have an offer. They're going to be giving it all, moving into the game. That's their attitude kind of going in. But then we have the Nine of Swords. So it's saying that their pace going into the game isn't what it was planning to be. So it may not be like this, you know, huge lead over, if at all. Actually, it might be that the Patriots kind of like show off in the first half of the game. But then they come together as a team and they get the Two of Cups. So it's all about partnership and, again, that leadership ability. But then they also get the King of Spades, which is a Gemini air sign type of a card. And guess who is the Gemini? Actually, both of the quarterbacks are. But I actually feel that since this got pulled out in the Seattle deck, I think that Seattle might come on top. What an exciting game match. Super Bowl 60, my final score prediction will be the Seattle Seahawks 27 and the New England Patriots 21. Have a wonderful game watch and look forward to seeing who comes out on top. Back to you, Deb.
Thank you so much, Carrie. All right, guys, we have made it to the final game of the season. Who would have thought we would have gotten here? It all comes down to this, right? Ben Troop, former tight end for the Bucs and the Titans, is here to help me with game picks for Super Bowl.
Bring in Deb and Troop so we can get our NFL picks.
Ben, hello.
How you doing, Deb? How's everything?
I am so well. We're down to 2. And who would have thought it was going to be these 2? Like, Seahawks and Patriots? Like, okay, here we are.
What going all the way back to, was it 2014 when they was in the Super Bowl?
Yeah, it was 2015. So yeah, it was the 14th season.
Yes.
2015. Malcolm Butler goal line interception to Russell Wilson's pass.
Oh my God. Sam, I am Darnold is telling everybody what y'all got to say now. Everybody kind of quiet now. People, but yeah, I'm looking forward to this one.
Yeah. What are you thinking? Let's talk.
Here's the thing, right? Drake May has not looked like himself throughout the playoffs. I mean, he's played okay. He hasn't played MVP. I do think the regular season MVP might be locked up by one Matthew Stafford, but we got to wait till the NFL to see that.
Yep.
Sam Darnold. For everybody thinking that this is a fluke this year, he won 13 games last year for Minnesota. He's the only player in NFL history. He's the only player in NFL history with everything Tom Brady and Peyton Manning and Joe Montana and Steve Young and all these great quarterbacks have done. None of them have won 13 games for 2 different teams. Sam Darnold got JSN. He got Leonard Williams. He got Ernest Jones. He got Coach McDonald. Now, I respect what New England has done. Now, Clavon Chason, former first-round pick out of LSU, is doing his thing right now. The matchup of the decade is going to be Christian Gonzalez and JSN. Everybody is going to be tuned in. But Coach McDonald, I don't know what the soundbite was. They said before the season, they said he came into the meeting room. He said, look, fellas, it's the NFC Championship game. We at home. It's going to be windy. It's going to be raining. It's going to be bad for them. That's going to be good for us. He predicted it. I just think that everybody thought when Pete Carroll moved on from the Legion of Boom, from the 12th man, that you're not going to get that old thing back. Coach McDonald was like, I know everybody want to make it about Vrabel, but we got something going on over here in Seattle too. I like Seattle in this game for this reason. I like consistency. And the thing about it is Seattle can beat you in a lot of ways. Running the football, throwing the football, defense, special teams. And nobody really been talking about, Seattle. Not like we should. It's been about the Rams. It's been about, the Eagles. It's been about the 49ers. And here come the NFC. Here come the NFC best record in the NFL. And Sam I am Darnold, he looks like the Sam Darnold looks like the villain of The Incredibles. That's who he looks like. The little guy with the red hair.
The funny thing is he's not. He actually doesn't have red hair. It's blonde. I've met him in person, and I didn't recognize him at first. Took me 20. I was talking to him for 20 minutes. Didn't realize who it was, and then because I know Sam Darnold is a redhead, but in person his hair looks blonde. Swear to God.
Look, all I'm gonna say is this, Deb. I like Seattle. I know we got time. I like Seattle. I'm not gonna give a score prediction yet, but right now, I mean, with 2 weeks until the Super Bowl, I'm like Seattle. I have the right to change.
Starting to talk Super Bowl, right?
Yeah, you're just starting
to. You need to lean into it still.
But make sure though. No weather's in the fall. Super Bowl edition.
Yes.
So y'all tune in next week. Nobody's safe. Listen, me and the commissioner, we gonna have some fun, right? It's gonna be crazy. It is going to be nuts.
I need to stop in and say hi from Super Bowl from Radio Row. Can I come on in?
Yeah, our house ain't as clean as yours, but I'm telling you, it's clean enough for you to come over there. We ain't got no cats walking around or nothing, but we have fun over there. We need the Blonde Blitz to make. Matter of fact, wait a minute. We need you to make your debut. Oh, no weather's in the fall. That way, because people be thinking, hey, man, why Deb don't come on your show? I said, don't ask me.
I've been on it once. I was on it once. Yeah.
We got 2026 edition.
Long time ago, though. Today, yes, this year.
But Deb, it's gonna be fun. I know you're gonna be very exhausted when all this is done. You need to get not saying you don't have it, get you a film crew to just follow you around.
I have one.
Well, see, I'm late to the party. See, I'm a country boy. I'm like, boy, I got to film. You think I'm holding the camera? Ha! Not doing it. They better get their. But I'm looking forward to this Super Duper Bowl. I think guys like Sam Darnold.
Yep.
It's why we watch football, because everybody was so ready to write him off because, get drafted by the Jets, go to Carolina, he go to the Niners, then he end up with Minnesota. Right. But here's the thing though. Right place, right time, right scheme, right team. You got a chance to win the Super Duper Bowl. And guess what? If he wins the Super Bowl MVP, before Josh Allen, before Baker Mayfield, and Justin Herbert,
entire class.
Paul Jackson. Just saying, people.
I agree. Well, here are my thoughts. So first of all, the Seahawks lead the all-time series against the Patriots 11-9, including one postseason matchup. The last time these two teams played each other, the Seahawks defeated the Patriots 23-20 in overtime. It was in 2024. This is, and I kind of started off saying this a super long shot for a Super Bowl, right? It's a rarity. These teams are actually playing each other. They entered this season with significant odds against reaching the championship. The odds were 48,000 -1, right? So that's a probability of 0.02%. So that's 1 in 4,801 that these two teams were going to make it to the Super Bowl. And here we are, which is crazy to me. I hate to say it because they beat my Rams and I'm still sad. I cried on Monday. I cried Monday morning when I woke up. I agree with you. Seahawks take this game. I feel like they have a slightly higher ceiling. I feel like they're the number one defense in the league. Defenses are who defense wins in the playoffs. They've got productive passing game. Their recent form, they just look unstoppable, right?
They look good. I mean, Mike Vrabel is not in his contract. He's not going to go quietly into the night.
He's not. Yeah,
it's not going to be a rollover. I hope it's a good game. I really do. I don't want to see but a guy who hasn't really played that well in the postseason. This might be It's a guy by the name of Cooper Kupp.
Yes.
And this guy might save his, because I don't know how much. I know Christian Gonzalez and JSN that I don't know how much action they're gonna get. They're gonna throw it to him, but it's a battle of different schemes and different techniques. Drake he might not win the regular season MVP, but he will get to introduce himself to the world on the biggest stage there is in the Super Bowl. But I just think Sam Darnold and Coach McDonald and what they got going.
He's playing his best football of his career. Let's be honest. He's MVP, and I think I'm calling him MVP for Super Bowl II. You want something controversial though, Deb? You know who the real MVP is of the regular season? You want to know who it really is? It's Myles Garrett. That's the MVP. Yeah. But they're not going to give it to him. Just call it a quarterback award so we can move on. That's all we got. Yeah, that's pretty much what's going to be. Anyway, I think Patriots do have a chance if their defense plays well. I think
which they have. They exactly. really have.
Right. But I agree with you with Drake May. I'm worried about his shoulder. I think they're kind of dumbing it down a little bit. I think he's probably a little bit more hurt than people are saying.
Well, they're going to test it. They're going to test that shoulder for 4 quarters. So
they absolutely are.
I tell his wife, I know she got a cookie show. I have checked it out a little bit. Make sure she puts some steak or something with some rosemary for that shoulder, because he's going to need it. He might need it.
Yeah. I think Seahawks jump out to an early lead. I think they keep it. I think Seattle's going for its second ever Super Bowl and winning it. So Seattle's also 4.5 the point favorite. So, and they also have a woman owner, by the way, Jody Allen. So
yes. Okay.
So I'm rooting for the Patriots to win it, just because I have several friends that are Patriots fans and I want to see them win. But I do think the Seahawks take it. All right, Ben, we'll be in touch. I will see you during Super Bowl week. I'll come on the show and we'll say hi, and I'll be at Radio Row and we'll all talk. And guys, make sure next week you need to tune into No Weddings in the Fall for their Super Bowl show. And I can't wait for it all. All right, guys, today's show is sponsored by Wish LBI and Underdog Fantasy. Go to Underdog Fantasy and use promo code BLONDE and we'll double your deposit up to $100. If you like tonight's show, please subscribe. And you can follow us on all socials at The Blonde Blitz. We will be streaming live from our Blonde Blitz booth in Media Row. Yes, we got one. We will be there. And then we'll also do a wrap-up about Super Bowl on next Wednesday. So everybody stay tuned. Guys, have a great Super Bowl, and may the best team win. Football forever. See ya.